Come here. Welcome to the Famous Foxes Aftermath Show, live every Sunday on Leicester Fan TV. Come on, you Foxes. Good morning, Foxes. How the devil are you? How's your weekend been so far? What were your views on yesterday's game when we went down to the Palace and came back with a point? Well, you know what day it is. It's Sunday. It's 9:30 a.m. So it's time for the Famous Foxes Aftermath Show, run by us fans in here, for you fans out there. And you know what? Your opinion matters. So get them comments in. Let's get going. It's kick-off time. Come on, you Foxes.
The Leicester City machine is on the march again.
Leicester Fan TV presents a variety of content like fan discussions, match analysis, and engaging with Leicester fans worldwide. We want your views live, thanks to our sponsors, Everard's, Pucker Pies, Hologram, Take Me, Newbie & Co, and the Foxes Arms. For exclusive extra shows, behind the scenes, competitions and podcasts, subscribe to Leicester Fan TV today on Patreon.
Morning once again. How the devil are you? Great point against Palace. Great away point against Palace. We'd have wanted a point before the game. For those people wanting Will to fail and Cooper not being able to get the team to play for him, it worked yesterday. Football is like that and things happen. We're not expected to win. You can't deserve to win. We haven't got the divine right to win. Football happens. It's a funny old game, simple as that. And on that note, I'm going to bring Reedy in. Let's see how positive Reedy is today, because I don't think he's going to be very positive at all.
Hello.
First one, Robert Cordoza has said, as I said, hold on a minute, let's get that one. As I said, I think the penalty, but just a thing that they played well enough to win the game. Bad luck on behalf, Tulsa and Fox. It's football, Reedy. Things like that happen. As they say, shit happens. And it happened yesterday.
Unfortunately, yes, it did. It's a hard one. The first comment you said today about being a great point, I will say that I don't think it was a great point in the position we were in with 4 minutes.
It's 4 games. It's 4 games. It's a point away from home, Reedy. Against Palace.
We dropped 2 points.
It's a
with
point.
4 minutes to go. It's a point on the board. Fair enough. It's not a brilliant.
You would have taken that before the game. If it hadn't ended in that fashion.
Maybe so. But we were 2-1.
Palace had scored in the 80th minute and made it 2-2, and we ended 2-2. You'd have taken that point and said, "What a great point."
But the fact is, it's different from what you want it to be before the game to
we haven't got
in the moment of 4 minutes to go.
We haven't got a God-given right to win every single game.
I'm not saying that. We were 2-1 up with 4 minutes to go. You should see that out.
Palace away is one of the hardest places to play last season, correct?
That was last season, man.
Yeah, I know it was last season. But it's confidence that goes on and goes on. Faye's out of his body, put his body on the line. Okoli was good. Faze and Okoli look like they're the two. Your man doesn't look like he's going to get in anymore, does he, unfortunately? Played well. Hold on, where's that comment gone? Sorry, I can't read the small one. My eyes this morning. Played well, deserved to win, but come down to one mistake from Cody. It happens, debate over. Nothing but positivity from that game should be given. Correct. Absolutely.
I will agree.
I've got a page full of notes here, complete. There's not one negative comment on here.
I would completely agree. I will tell you now, everything that I've been asking for, or Lox has been asking for, or even other people have been asking for about being just a bit more creative and a bit more attacking from the start, had shown you how we can play it yesterday. We went 2-0 up. Yes, unfortunately, within a few minutes we conceded, but
30 seconds actually. 30
yeah,
seconds.
that's what I'm saying. That's how unfortunate it was. But 2-0 up, we could have gone and won more if that didn't happen. So for me, it was a perfect representation of how I wanted to play in the rest of the season. It shows me that we can stay up playing like that, but it's just unfortunate that I'm not trying to put this out because I hate Cooper, but I feel like he does like to go a bit too defensive at times, and that's what for me cost us yesterday. Don't get me wrong, Cody did make the error, but I feel like we could have kept the win if we didn't bring them two players on. I think we needed some outlet from the defence when they kept attacking us and we kicked the ball out. We needed some outlet to hold the ball up in the attacking areas, not to go and attack, but just to hold the ball up instead of it always coming back in, then back in, then back in. Even Bilal, I'm not saying he's an attacker. I'm not saying to be that creative midfielder. I'm being a guy who can hold the ball up and stay up the pitch instead of it being, again, another Palace attack. And that's what caused it, because we kept kicking the ball out from the defence and then it just kept coming back. And that's what cost the challenge.
Mr. Six-Sitter, a bit of a voice of reason. Morning, Jeremy. Felt like a loss yesterday in the end. Yes, every last-minute goal, totally agree. Every last-minute goal does feel like a loss. Disappointed with the negative subs. We used 10 defensive players yesterday. Overall, it's been better than expected. Got to give Cooper a chance. Yes, we've got to give Cooper a chance. And on that note, I'm going to bring Locks in on that. So he's just appeared. Morning, Locks. How are you?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
You're not hungover this week?
Nope, not at all.
Come on then. I know what you're going to say, so you better say it straight away.
Oh, well, I agree with the comments about how much better it was yesterday, and it was kind of like what Reedy touched on, that we actually attacked them from the start. I think it was very, very impressive. We had the best half of football, the first half, the best half so far this season, in my opinion, even better than the Spurs second half, I think. And it came down, the reason that we didn't win the game was because of a mistake from Connor Cody. However, the problem for me was quite obvious, and it was that, as Reedy's already said, and as I've told you yesterday as well, I've told everybody that, in my opinion, every time we won the ball back, we had nowhere to go, because we had Jamie Vardy, who was struggling to run at the later stages of the game. I said yesterday in the chat, I'm not annoyed with the Cody Hamza substitutions in isolation, but when you add it all together and you've got a 37-year-old Vardy who can't run anymore, I mean, I don't know if you saw, mate, where Abdul Fattah shot from the halfway line because Vardy was nowhere to be seen because he couldn't get up the pitch quick enough. So you needed somebody else. We made 3 subs.
But
where was the other 2?
Games, because towards the end of that game, I saw Vardy pressing right at the top end of the pitch.
Yeah, but it wasn't every time. It wasn't every time.
If you looked, before we all go off on one, Palace made substitutions, right?
Yeah.
Palace made substitutions. They were playing 6 up top for the last 10 minutes. 6 up top. Did you expect us just to play 4 at the back and carry on?
I said...
Jeffrey Slot and his mate, the other fullback, were playing as defenders, and that was it. They were playing 6 up top, throwing the kitchen sink at Leicester. What did you expect Leicester to do? Bring on Boanauti, who's too lightweight, who wouldn't have survived in there. Bring on Biel El Khanouchi, a creative midfielder, when we didn't need a creative midfielder. We brought Hamza on because Wilf was on a yellow card and blowing out of his arse because he's been on international duty, which was fair substitution. Hamza has been part of the squad for 4 or 5 years, and every manager has used him. Every manager has used him.
Mm-hmm.
Phil used him. Rodgers used him. Dean Smith used him. Enzo used him last year. He's part of the squad. He's well liked. He's come on in that position. Because if red card came in, if Wilfred got a red card, oh, by the way, I thought Wilf was man of the match yesterday.
Yeah, I agree.
Got a red card, you'd have all been going, all on Twitter and all on social media would have been going, oh, well, why did you take him off? Bad tactical management, that is. It was on a yellow card, and we know what Wilf is like. So that would have been down to 10 men. He made a substitution on the 76th minute because of that reason. Wilf was blowing at his arse. He could have easily made a bad tackle. He brought him on. He brought a centre half on that's played for England played
Yep.
200-300 Premiership games. I'm not sure how many, 200 odd games. Old head, decent defender.
Yep.
That's what we needed, playing against 6 up top. But no,
Mhm.
people wanted a lightweight midfielder coming on or a creative midfielder.
Not as well as.
Well,
We had 2 other subs. We had 2 more subs, and we didn't use them. You know,
But
the reason,
what situation?
But the reason they wanted to throw the kitchen sink at us is because we asked them to. We basically said, "Here's all the defenders, come at us." We've got nothing in the attack anymore. So when they scored their second goal, we had nothing to even try and get a winner because we've got literally Vardy in front and nothing else. No, I'm saying when they got the second goal to make it 2-2, there was only going to be one winner if anyone was going to win it because we had nothing in the attack to try. We asked them to come on to us. For all I'm saying is we want someone in that attacking third or even on the halfway line that will hold the ball up when that ball gets up instead of it coming straight back into the game.
That's the point, Jamie.
I'm not saying we want a creative midfielder. We want somebody who can hold the ball up. And that could be anyone.
Well, everyone's shouting. You look everywhere. No one's mentioned Sumari that could have held the ball. Everyone's gone, oh, let's put on Bowen Naughty. Let's put on BLL.
Anyone.
No one's mentioned anybody else. It's let's put on them 2 players. Bowen Naughty, is too lightweight to play that kind of role. El Canoes couldn't play that kind of role. But everyone's shouting for them. Everyone's shouting for Ricky P.
Do you remember in the Tottenham game where in the first half we couldn't go anywhere with it? So every time we won the ball back, we couldn't do anything with it, right? But then after the changes were made, where they kind of just offered a little bit more forward, no one's asking for Ricardo to come on, Bilal to come on, Buonanotte.
No one's asking. You want to see social media?
No one's asking them all to come on, mate. No one's asking them. No one asked for them all.
Everyone's saying to start Ricky P. Everyone's saying start Ricky P. Play Fatua, Bowen Naughty, El Canoes. They're all saying, why doesn't he start with them? Why doesn't he all start with them?
I'm on about later in the game with this when the changes were made. You just needed somebody who was able to actually. So when Buonanotte came on, sorry, not Buonanotte. When in the second half against Tottenham, when we got the ball higher up the pitch, we were actually able to keep it. That's the point I'm trying to make, and we should have been able to do that yesterday. I'm not saying that you can't make any of the defensive changes, but I'm saying it may even like. You know, he was so adamant on playing Mavididi as a striker in pre-season. I get what you're saying about Vardy was still pressing, but he was quite clearly knackered in the 80th minute, mate. It was, and rightly so, by the way. But we had no other option. So when we won the ball back, we tried to get it up the pitch, and within probably 20 seconds, it was gone, and then it's just repeat. It's just an overturn again. You turn the ball over, and they come with another wave. And when you make the changes that we did. The only team that are going to score another goal is Palace. I get what you're saying, that it helps you shore up a bit, but the only team that's going to score is Palace. The only team.
Do you know
and they
why?
Could have got a winner. They could have got a winner.
Do you know why? Because of it doesn't happen at the King Power at home. Like I'm saying, I don't understand why people are not. Locks, you said 1-1. You said 1-1. You were happy with the draw before the game.
I am. Yeah.
Yeah. But the way you're going on about it, you're still going on about, oh no, it was bad tactical management. Football, it's football. Things happen. People make mistakes. You can't blame Cooper for Cody's mistake.
I'm not blaming Cooper for the drop of points.
You are
I'm blaming Cooper for setting us up to fail. To set us up to fail.
What? So you're saying that Cooper's only here to fail. I'm saying 4 games. I do not understand the negativity.
We're not thinking about it. Like I was blaming Cooper yesterday for how he made the subs. I'm just saying, like, even if it was 1 or 2 more players in the attacking half, not to even attack, I'm just saying to hold the ball up, that alone would have made Crystal Palace less attacking against us because first of all, they would have brought some of their players out to stop us. Because they're not going to just leave us up front on their own, are they?
I know you hate the pass, Jamie. I know you. Sorry, can I just say one last thing?
I've just remembered something. You're saying about Fatua having a shot, right? Because Vardy wasn't nowhere near. Why doesn't he go? Why doesn't he run with the ball instead of trying to have a shot? Why doesn't he run with the ball? Why doesn't he put it to the corner and time waste? But you're blaming Vardy for being knackered, and then you're blaming
I'm not blaming Vardy. I'm not blaming Vardy for being knackered.
Vardy for another outfield player.
I'm not blaming Vardy for being knackered. I'm blaming Cooper for keeping him on.
I didn't say that. I said you're blaming Cooper for not taking Vardy off because he was knackered. But Fatwa could have gone through with the ball. Could have run through.
But he was knackered. He was still knackered. Vardy was knackered.
Fatwa's only been on for 10 minutes. He wasn't knackered. Why not use his blistering pace that he was using last year?
No, but Vardy, I didn't say anything about Fatu not being knackered. I said Vardy was knackered. And in pre-season, he played Pavididi as a striker.
You were saying that Vardy was knackered yesterday, so Fatwa had to have a shot.
He didn't have to have a shot, but he couldn't really do anything with Vardy. That's my point. He couldn't do anything with Vardy.
Fatwa was meant to be this pacey winger and going down. Why didn't he? Why did he have a shot?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's time wasting.
Yeah, I agree. Probably he should have done that.
It's called managing the game while you're on the pitch.
Like I get obviously over all these like points that me and Locke are saying. I'm not calling them negative. I'm just saying that we could have won it if we didn't go as defensive in my eyes. But we are going to have to talk about positives. We are going to have to talk about positives. We are going to have to talk about positives. And I think there was a lot of positive in the game. It's just unfortunate that with 4 minutes to go, we did draw out.
The bigger picture, saying, "Oh, look at the subs. If we hadn't made them subs, we'd have held out for a 2-1 win." Football happens. I'm afraid it happens. These things happen in football. No matter whether you live in the past, like Loxie's just about to say something about me living in the past. It happens. I bet you see so many last-minute goals, not controversial goals, that change the game, sorry.
Yeah. The offside goal, basically.
Yeah, we're not talking about that. I'm talking about last-minute goals. We've seen it many times. Mm-hmm. Nacho did it against Everton. We won 2-1. We thought we drew, but we won 2-1. Moments like that change the game. Football, it happens in football, and you have to get on with it.
No one's disagreeing.
Great point against Palace. Great point against Palace, but people only see 2-0 and then draw 2-2. Football's football. There's two teams in football, 11 against 11, not 11 against 0. There's two teams.
But the fact is, we didn't deserve to draw. We deserved to win yesterday. We deserved to win.
Are you giving Palace no credit for their second half performance?
Partly, and I'm not saying this. I'm not saying this because I'm trying to be negative. We asked them to. We let them come in because we went defensive. That's it. Like Locke said, we had no fight to try and get another goal after we'd stopped bringing them off.
There was no,
when we brought all the attackers off, we were asking for them to try and get a goal.
We could agree that it was a good performance from Leicester by also saying that
there was many good performances. It's a good sign to move on to. It's a very good sign from yesterday. It's just, like I say, it's just very unfortunate that we were deserving of a win, but we lost it because we didn't lose it. It felt like a loss, but we lost it.
Always feels a last-minute goal. Always feels like a loss.
I feel like we didn't deserve to draw. We deserved to win. It's just unfortunate that last-minute penalty for me was off. It was being too defensive.
I don't know. I literally.
Can we talk about positives, please? Because I'm trying to. I want to talk about
positives. Are in my mind. All right, then let's have a work. Right then, you were there, Reedy. I watched it on TV. Locks did a watch along. Who was your man of the match, Reedy?
I have to give it to either FaZe or Skip because both of them together, for me, were the ones who literally saved us from conceding many times. Many times. FaZe put his body in about 5 times in the game. You've got Skip, who was literally putting his head into areas that he shouldn't be putting it in. And don't get me wrong, I will admit, Wilf did play well. But I'm going to say this now, it just shows you the difference from sitting back for 70 minutes in a game to start with, or going out attacking, even if it is a defensive midfielder in the attacking role, it shows you a difference. If he goes more attacking, he will help you out. That for me is a completely different swap. I don't care who it is in that attacking midfielder. If you're going attacking from the start, for me, it doesn't matter who is in that role.
And Locks, who did you think?
No, there's no question. It was Wilfred Ndidi. Or Fass. But yeah, Wilfred Ndidi.
Considering Wilf has had so much stick and everyone wanted him to fail all over.
We didn't want him to fail.
Hold on a minute.
About
Reedy,
Cooper as well.
Hold on. What was your comment? Oh, if Ndidi starts, I'm staying on the bus. That was your comment.
Yes, we didn't want him to fail. We just didn't. We preferred someone else in that team. That is it. We just preferred someone who we've just brought in.
You have to set up differently away from home to home.
But we've set up against every team with Ndidi in the attacking role other than Spurs.
It's 3 games. It was 3 games before yesterday.
No, I know.
But can I just say, why does criticizing someone mean now? Why is the definition of criticizing someone nowadays? We want them to fail. Oh, you want Cooper to fail. Oh, you want Ndidi to fail. What? Because we said that they should. Like, we don't agree with it. Like, it's just ridiculous. Can't just say.
It's not what's going on. It's not you criticising. It's the way people have been just constantly, day in, day out, ripping Cooper to shreds. It's not.
What should we talk
4
about?
games. It's 4 games. The social media, the whole of social media, there's loads of people on Twitter, Facebook, you name it, whatever you go on, are ripping Cooper to shreds. It's 4 games. Give the bloke a chance. We lost 10, 12 players. I'm not sure how many. 10 or 12 went, and we had to get new ones in. It's 4 games, lads and lasses. All that is. You've got to give him a chance.
Linda's right, by the way. Linda's right. Like, it's what happens when you've got a manager who isn't winning games at that moment in time. Like, I ripped Enzo to shreds when we stopped winning games. Like, it's the manager. It's who you look at. It's who you look at as what's happening.
We're not saying we want Cooper to fail. People think we're saying that. People think we're saying that.
What was Jamie saying?
It's just the style of football that we're not happy with. It's like a lot of people from last season. They didn't like Enzo's football. It doesn't mean you want them to fail. It's just we just don't like sitting back for 70 minutes. But yesterday showed a complete difference, and we got what we asked for. And just unfortunately, we didn't win the game when we deserved to. That's the difference.
If we'd held out, no one would have mentioned the subs. No one would have mentioned the subs at all.
No, because it would have worked.
Yeah, no one would have mentioned it. No one would have mentioned it. But everyone before the game wanted a point. You'd be happy with a point coming away from
but that was before.
All of a sudden, because we ended up with a draw with a goal in the 92nd, 93rd minute, whichever minute it was, and we only ended up with a point. Everyone's ripping him to shreds again, saying it was a bad game management. Sorry.
Yeah, but I don't see the point in saying it. I don't see the point in saying like, what would if we won, nobody would be moaning. I mean, it's like if Cooper played, I don't know, Jakub Stolarczyk in goal over Hermanson. If he conceded 3, then we'd all slag him off. If he kept a clean sheet and put in a man of the match performance, no one would moan. So, it doesn't matter. He made the changes he did. If it worked, you're right, we wouldn't have moaned. But we didn't win. We conceded another goal, so that's why we can question it. This is literally it. It's like, if a manager does something that works, then we won't moan. If he does something that didn't work, we will moan. So I don't see we can still argue about it, just because it might have worked, but it didn't work. That's not true, Scarlett.
Actually, Scarlett, yes, it is my show, to be honest. So yeah, I can say what I like, and if no one doesn't like it, it's fair enough. People are allowed to criticise Cooper, yes. But like I keep saying, Mark, it's 4 games. Give the bloke a chance.
We did. Yesterday for me changed my opinion on how we can play. I'm saying it's a positive yesterday. It's just unfortunate that we didn't get the positive result that I thought we would go and get because of the minute. We were 4 minutes from winning it. For me, we're just saying what we thought would have won the game instead of drawing the game. That is the difference. What we're saying. Now after yesterday's game, I've got more positivity to stay up than we did before that, because we can show that we can score the first goal, we can score the second goal, and normally at 2-0, you'd say you could probably go and keep the win, but it was different yesterday. So for me, you just got to keep moving. And again, I will say against Everton now, especially after their last 2 fixtures, you have to go and beat them. You have to. There's no like Jamie. Are you saying you would be happy with a point against Everton?
No, I won't be happy. No, because I've been the mantra of draw your away games, win your home games, and I've been saying that for.
But would you have said
years
that?
and years.
Would you say it had to be a win if it was away as well?
No, I'll take a draw away from home every day of the week.
Okay. I would say the moment, the way they're playing at the moment, we have to beat them either if we're playing
Premier
away.
League games away from home, no matter which ground, wherever you go, whether it's Man City, whether it's Brentford, whether it's Palace, are difficult games to play, no matter who you are playing. The other team are always fighting for something. And to get an away point is fantastic. It's great, sorry. To get a win is fantastic. It's over the moon. It's joyous. It's great. But to get an away point, it's hard work going to away games, away grounds, and coming away with anything.
If we don't win against Saints and Everton, are me and Reedy still not giving Cooper a chance if we say that he's not good enough, or is that still too early? Because for me, if you lose to Everton and Saints, for me, that's like we just look like we're getting relegated, to be honest with you, because they're teams we have to beat.
No, because if it was 1994, Forest would still be a pretty good team, but they're not really. Go on, say what you're going to say.
I was going to say they're fourth. They're fourth.
Terrence's comment for me Terrence's comment there for me is what I'm talking about. Like, say, why did you go? Terrence here, he says, why did we go to defensive towards Cody and Chargery? Lessons learned, if in doubt, attack better than defense. I'm not saying to go all out attack. I'm just saying to have someone up the pitch in case you need the ball out of the box.
But yeah, what would you do? Just because I asked the question, Jamie, if we lose against Everton, or if we don't beat, not if we lose, but if we don't beat both Everton and Saints, me and Reedy still too hasty and too unfair for Slayton Cooper, because
in my mind, I know you're going to hate this comment because the way we're playing, we're starting to play better. We've had new influx of players. You're still gelling the team together. There's an upward slope appearing. After yesterday's game, there's an upward slope appearing.
Because
you can't expect miracles straight away. What did you expect from the first 4 games? You tell me, honestly, did you think, like the comment I put on Twitter yesterday, and then you laughed after I said, did you expect 12 points from the 4 games?
No one did.
What did you expect?
A win.
Where? Which game? Which game would you have thought we'd have won?
One of Palace, Fulham, one of them. One of the games in the first 4. One win. And that's not unfair to have.
You've got 2 tough away games and you expected a new side to win away from home.
I think what we've seen in the last 4 games, I think we should have more points than we have done.
Yes.
But how many more points?
We should have at least 5.
We should have at least 5. We should have at least 5. We should have at least 5.
Where do you think the win was going to come from?
We should have. We
should have won.
We should have had a win against Villa. We should have beat Villa with how they played. No doubts for me. Villa were there for the taking.
Did you see Villa play yesterday? Did you see Villa play yesterday?
They were playing Everton.
Yeah.
They played us last week. They played us the week before.
Yeah, and my point is, do you not agree? Well, because the whole argument last week was that we actually did well against Villa. Villa weren't that good yesterday. Last week when we played them, they were there for the taking, and we didn't win it. So I'm not saying we absolutely should have expected a win against them, but we could have won. They were there for the taking, and we didn't. We didn't. And I actually think the substitutions, the way we played against Fulham and Villa didn't give us the best possibility of winning. We had a better chance of winning them games. I'm not saying that we should have or that we should expect to beat Villa or Fulham. Of course I'm not. But during the games, I think they were there for the taking. And I think
if we play like we did against Palace, against a lot of teams, we will get something out of them.
100%.
That's the difference between the first 3 games and how we set up defensively to start with. So not being all out attack against Palace, but we went for a bit more creative minded up the pitch instead of just waiting for players to come on to us. We played different yesterday, and that is my positive.
Jamie, do you agree with the comment that the councillor made earlier? He said results don't dictate whether Cooper should go. Performances do. Please,
No,
can
it's the
somebody
other way
try and
around.
make sense to me? Because
That's the other way around.
unfortunately,
It's the results that matter.
Well, unfortunately, performances don't dictate if Leicester stay in the Premier League or not. Results do. So how can it be results that dictate whether we stay up?
Performances are getting better.
Yes, I agree.
You can't expect it to be Enzo. You can't expect. Hold on, lads. You can't expect Enzo walk out. New manager come in. Miracle results happen.
We're not asking for that. We're not asking for that.
It takes time.
We're not asking for that.
It's 4 games.
Yeah, but from what we've seen in the first 3 games, yeah,
it's
in the
slowly
first
getting better.
Yeah, we are. But in the first 3 games, he set up completely different to yesterday.
Yeah, true. Where last year,
and that's why we want to see more of this game.
We have the same season. But now, because someone's setting up differently and trying to win games differently, no one likes it because we haven't got a set plan.
If we lose the next 4 but play well, is it still like, okay, it's fine, upward curve?
I didn't say I didn't say that.
I'm asking.
You never know what's going to happen, Locks. You never know what's going to happen. I'm not going to say now, this moment, because you will come back to me in 4 games' time and say,
we're not saying that. We're not saying that. We want to win the next 4 games. We're not saying we want to lose.
Opinions. You're actually asking me if we lose the next 4 games. So it sounds like to me you want to lose the next 4 games. So you can come back to me in 4 weeks and say,
we're Leicester fans.
It's just ridiculous.
It's just ridiculous. We're Leicester fans. Of course we want to win the 4 games.
Of course we do. But you've got
we do.
no
We're just saying
right.
We're just saying that
performances are getting better. That win will come.
I hope so, yeah. I hope so.
That win will come. Simple as. If it takes 1 game, 2 games, 3 games, that win will come. And performances, wins are built on confidence. Performances are built on confidence. That would be, yesterday is a confidence gaining points. Not 2 points dropped, a confidence gaining points.
I would say it is 2 points dropped.
Because it feels like... Because really, you said a draw. Locks, you said a draw.
Yes, before the games, it's different.
But you got what you wanted. You got what you wanted.
But it's different. At that moment in time, with 4 minutes to go, you would not take a draw. You would not. You got better than you expected, and you can't. Now you're happy with a draw. You can't be. That's why I'm saying it wasn't a good point. It was a point on the board, but it wasn't a great point. It was 2 points.
It was a great point going to Palace. Palace is a tough place to go. It has been for years.
It was a very big 2 points dropped in my eyes.
No. It was a point gained, not 2 points dropped.
Even Cooper said it felt like a defeat. Even Cooper said that.
It does feel like a defeat. It does feel like a defeat.
So it is 2 points
feel like a defeat, yes. But I was happy with the points.
I was before the game.
I wanted to come away with a point. And came away with a point.
It's a difference between wanting what result before the game to being actually 2-1 up.
Look at Andy's comment. Like, it's the same. I know it's, if that wouldn't be a point game if we were 4-0
That's
up.
different. That's different. That is a 4-0. Yeah, a 4-0. That would be bad.
Well, see, 2-0 was bad. But
2-0. You got what you wanted. Both of you have said, "Oh, we've never scored the first goal this year."
I'm very happy.
We went 2-0 up. You got what you wanted. We came away with a point. You both wanted a point. But because we conceded a last-minute goal, well, sorry, not a last minute, 2 minutes from the 92nd minute, it feels like a defeat. Of course it feels like a bloody defeat. But we got what we wanted. We got a point. We got a point.
What we wanted was a win in the end.
In the lead in less than 60 seconds. We got a point from Palace. We got a point.
Yeah, it's positive signs. It's just
positive. But everyone's got God-given divine right to win that game.
Well, at that moment in time, we did.
2 sides that play a game, 11 against 11. There's no God-given right to win every single game.
We're not saying every single game.
You're going on about it. You're going on.
We're not.
One.
We got 1 point. We got a point from Palace away, and away at Palace is a great result.
With 4 minutes to go, 2-1 up, deserving to be 2-1 up.
Would have been fantastic, yes. But we all wanted a point. And it's a point, it's a positive. An away point in the Premiership is a positive point, no matter where you get it from. You get it at Palace, you get it at Liverpool.
But the fact is, it doesn't matter, does it? I'm saying it's 2 points lost. You're saying it's 1 point game. We're still the same situation. I'm just saying we've lost 2 points.
The thing is, though, it's 1 point gained.
It is. I'm saying it's 1 point game. But I think we
gained,
could have had 2 more points
lost.
I think we should have had 2 more points. That's the thing.
If we were 2-0 down and we drew 2-2, I'd say that's 1 point gained. But if we're 2-0 up and we draw 2-2, then I'll say that's one.
If we were 2-0 down and we got to the draw, that's 1 point gained.
Nah. It's a point gained. A Premiership
it's a point game, whatever it is, yes. But
a point gained, a Premiership point.
There you go. Obviously, CTP says we lost 2 points.
Well,
we
didn't lose 2 points because after 90 minutes we had a point. So how did we lose 2 points?
Because we should have had 3.
No.
All right.
Anyway, after that, bloody hell, well over. Right then, lads.
Everton Saturday.
That was a decent point. Roll on Saturday. Phil will talk about that on Monday, and Locks will talk about it on Thursday. We'll have to see what happens next week. Locks, cheers for joining. Thanks a lot, pal.
Yeah, anytime, mate. It's all fun and games.
It's all about opinions, isn't it? It's all about opinions. People don't agree. People agree.
As long as we stay up, no one cares. You know what I mean? And that's my point throughout it all. It's
even if we're moaning the whole season, we stay up. Fair enough.
I'm not Ben.
But to be fair, Jamie, it is like last year, not you, but I mean in general, a lot of people moaned all year and we got promoted. So in the end, it didn't matter. So if me and Reedy moan all year and we stay up, it doesn't matter, does it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's a different thing. Last year, we were in the Championship, losing to Plymouth, Millwall, Bristol City, away from home, and struggling against teams in the Championship.
But would you say you've got no given right to win every game in the Championship? I know they're easier teams.
Well, that was last year. It doesn't matter.
I know that easier teams. What I'm saying is, you're saying in a way you're saying that you should be beating Plymouth. You should be beating teams.
Look at Luton though. Luton in 19.
No given right to win every game.
19th in the Championship.
I won't, Phil. I'm just saying that if we moan all season, we stay up. I don't mind. I'm not like I was very happy with yesterday up until that last minute goal.
Yeah, I don't like negativity. You've got to try and.
Well, you did last year.
No, I wasn't negative. I'm not negative as you two. Jesus Christ! If I was that negative last year, I'd have slit my throat. I feel like slitting my throat after last night's comments from you two in the chat. Jesus Christ! I was ready to top myself last night.
If we win games, mate, there won't be no negativity from me and Reedy. If we won yesterday, we wouldn't be moaning at all. So if we can start winning some games, we'll be happy.
We still came away with a point against
Palace. We could have had two more.
It just shows the way football is now. If you don't get a win, it doesn't matter.
So with a point, with a draw, there's positives and negatives, right? What we can go with, but which we have because we have said the positives, but. If we win the game,
everything counts. Whatever positive I say, Locks, you start coming back with a negative, no matter what. We've got to try and back them.
I agreed with you. We've gave you
the positive. We're just saying the positive. You're saying it's a point game. We're just saying it's 2 points lost. That's not us saying you're wrong. We're just saying we should have got more points. We're saying more. If anything, we're saying positive. We're saying we should have won the game.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'm joking, Terence. I'm fine. I'm not. I'm a fine pal. I was joking what I said. But it could have gone that way. Linda, I wasn't negative. I didn't like the style of play, which is not being negative. I wasn't criticising it. I just didn't like it because
we will agree to disagree on that one.
I'm old school, and I don't like that style of play. I kept saying I'd rather have two up top, which is totally different from being negative. I wasn't negative. We were winning. And
I don't know, mate. I think
it feels like it's
like you two. I was nothing like you two this year. Jesus Christ, you were negative about Cooper Locks before you even signed on the dotted line.
100%. Yeah, and 100% because I actually said that he's going to bring negative football and defensive football. You know?
Because you were talking to your mate from Forest. There's more than just one Forest fan out there.
And let me tell you one thing, mate. That guy from Forest has told me a lot of things about Steve Cooper, and nearly every single one of them has come true so far. So we'll just see. We'll just see.
Rightio.
But anyway,
Okay.
thanks.
Well,
Thanks
then,
for
Locks,
having me.
we shall see you later.
Cheers, mate. Bye-bye.
Have fun. Oh, he's gone. Oh, good. Reedy, we shall see you later, pal. Be good.
Yes. All I'm going to say before I go is, and I'm not going to say a lot, but it's all about opinions. It is. And even if you don't agree or people in the chat don't agree, this is what Leicester Fan TV is for. We want to put our opinions out there. There's many positives to take from yesterday.
A team's going to be relegated after 5 games there.
Yeah, there was many positives from yesterday. I was happy with yesterday's performance. It's just unfortunate the result wasn't what we should have had, in my eyes. But it's all about opinions. Jamie obviously doesn't agree in certain aspects of what I've said. Orlox doesn't. It's just about opinions. If you don't agree, then you just got to respect that we have different opinions, people. That is all it is. That's all I'm going to say. But I appreciate you let me come in, Jamie, again after a lot of apparent negativity. But
that's normal.
But I was happier with yesterday's performance, and I hope to see more starting against Everton.
Let's hope so. I think we reckon you'll see a couple of changes against Everton, but that's another story for next week, I think. Right then, Reedy, we shall see you later, pal. Be good.
Yep, see you in a bit.
Won't see you through the week. I'll see you through the window, pal.
Bye.
See you later. Cheers all. Thanks for watching. I know some of you don't like my opinions at all, but that's me just being an honest Leicester fan that wants us to do well and trying to back the boys as much as I possibly can. If you don't like it, fair enough. If you do like it, cheers all. Much appreciated for watching me. 9:30. I shall see you next week. Ciao, ciao. Adios. Hold on a minute. Let's just, I'm not quite ready there. So it's ciao, ciao. Adios. Goodbye. Yaki da. There goes the final whistle. Come on, you foxes.
The Leicester City machine is on the march again.
Leicester Fan TV presents a variety of content like fan discussions, match analysis, and engaging with Leicester fans worldwide. We want your views live, thanks to our sponsors, Everard's, Pucker Pies, Hologram, Take Me, Newbie & Co, and the Fox's Arms. For exclusive extra shows, behind the scenes, competitions and podcasts, subscribe to Leicester Fan TV today on Patreon.